Hey guys, welcome back. Today, the Lord of the Rings The Shire set was finally announced, which we've been waiting for it for a long time. The leaks came out probably like a month ago. Um, if my voice sounds a little sickly, it's because I've been a little sickly. Big elephant in the room with this set is definitely the price of $270. So we're going to talk about that later, but before I rant on that, let's look at some of the great things about this set before we focus on the not so great. So I'm getting a closer look here. I think there's a lot great about this set. I love the Lord of the Rings movies, so I'm slightly biased, but it also means I guess I have high standards too. So looking at Bag End first, I really love it. I never had the original Bag End, but I think this one obviously looks way better than the original. Everything's very rounded, which looks nice. I've heard some negative comments about this tree, but I actually like this tree. Not this tree so much, but we'll get into that later. New Gandalf carriage, which I think that's good. Obviously, no problems with that. Like the fireworks in the back, and yeah, the whole bag in looks really good. I've heard other people mention the boomerang pieces for the fence, which that is great in my opinion too. And we definitely see some printed tiles like these round ones around the door, and then the windows as well. I'm sure those are all printed. I think there are a few stickers on the interior, but a lot of prints, which is good. And yeah, overall, yeah, everything in the front is great. Yeah, I guess that is a sticker. And we obviously got the birthday cake. That's great. And then moving on to this tree, there might be a closer image, but I'm not sure. So let's just look at it right here. That it just doesn't really look that good. Looking at pictures from the movie, it is supposed to be a pine tree, so in some way I understand the piece usage, but it's so bare, whereas in the movie it's more of a full tree. Also, it's just all open studs here, which is kind of weird. It's like that in the back too, which I think there's another picture of that. However, the sign here I think is great. And this stand is good. There's actually a function to that we'll see later on. And then yeah, I've got the fiery dragon and the tarp back here. I'm assuming that's where they keep the fireworks. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let me know if I am. But let's yeah, I got the box there. Um, Interior. Uh, this isn't even the greatest picture. It's honestly there's not other people have mentioned this as well. Like there's not really a lot there because it's just kind of small. But I think what's included is good. Like we got Bilbo's study over here where he's writing there and back again. Then the entryway is definitely a big thing to include when Gandalf comes in the Fellowship of the Ring. And that might be almost low enough that he could hit his head right there, recreate that good scene. And then the pen elements, I think that's pretty creative to see the wax dripping. And then here's more of the I want to say living room area. That might be the wrong term, but there is a furnace here that we'll see better later to recreate the ring in the fire scene, which I think that's a good idea, and that has a function as well. So the interior looks great. It's just kind of small. Minifigures, Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot. I think they look great. Bilbo, Gandalf. For this might I was about to say that Gandalf was the same as Rivendell, but I think he is different. I don't remember exactly. Like, I think the printing might be different. I think his face might be different. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then Frodo, and then Pippin and Merry and Sam and Rosie on their Shire clothing. I think all the minifigures look great, and I don't have a problem with the amount of minifigures set this size. That 9 minifigures seems pretty appropriate to me. And then just another shot of the minifigures, which they look great here as well. And then here, yeah, another look at that tree. Um, Pippin and Mary do have alternate expressions with hair, which I think that's a great detail when they launched this firework. So that's great. I'm happy about that. Another close-up shot of the foyer here. Got some places to put different things, a chest there. It was hat. So that looks good. I can't tell if these are prints or not. I almost think they are prints. I hope they are. That would be definitely nice to see if they were prints. And then that's the function, a better look at that function where it, you know, turns that. And then here's the map. I remember Gandalf looking at that in the scene from the movie itself. Um, Looking at the pin closer up, that kind of looks odd actually. It's a really cool idea, but it's just I don't know if it looks quite as good as they were hoping. And then here's a closer, not closer shot. Here's a real life shot of this lady finishing the set, and definitely looks great on display and everything. Looks really good there. I love the the contrast with the brown. Looks very Lord of the Rings esque. Then back of the box. Um, so yeah, overall, yeah, pretty good. Um, I thought there's gonna be another picture of that tent. So now I kind of want to go back. This tent, have to say, that that piece, the cloth piece, I would imagine, at least I think it's cloth. It's probably cloth. I imagine that piece is probably kind of expensive, and I have to say I don't really feel like it adds that much to the set. It's kind of just like off in the back, kind of out of place. I understand the inclusion of this and the cake a lot more. I feel like because they could have included all of this stuff and the dragon and everything without that. I just feel like that's kind of an unnecessary inclusion and a way to raise the price in a way it probably didn't really need to be raised. I would have preferred to just not pay for that and have this be a little cheaper. So the set itself, I think it is pretty good. I don't really have many problems with the set. I just the price is really the problem, which we'll get to that in a minute. I kind of wanted to show you guys the videos as well. So there's a 360, which I mean I think they tried to spread everything out to make it look a little bigger, but it's really not that big, to be honest with you. It's kind of, I feel like it's kind of small. Like I just that really is just how it feels. We get a little bit of a video here. That is if it'll load. There we go. Of just this set in real life, which it's nice that they included that. Yeah, see that function there. But I have to say, definitely out of all the Lord of the Rings set, like the new three Lord of the Rings set, this one, I definitely think this one is probably the the worst. And that doesn't mean it's bad by no means, because Rivendell and Barad-dûr are both just incredible. So this definitely had a lot of competition, but I do think it is the worst overall. I think this is almost on par. Just bag end here, I think is close, but definitely with the side builds, it definitely brings it down a few notches for me. But let's get on to the price. I've kind of rambled on for a while. I did not intend for this video to be quite this long, but 270. Let me out. 270. I'm gonna be honest. The original price that I thought was gonna be of 200 US dollars, even that was gonna be the worst price out of all three. I know people are weird about piece count. They're like, you're saying a stud is the same as a 16 by 16, but no, I'm not, because all these Lord of the Rings sets probably have a pretty even ratio of small and large pieces. So I think we can compare them somewhat well, apart from these expensive pieces that I would have wished were just not included in the first place. But $200 would have still been the worst price out of all of them, because Rivendell is, I wish I would have had a picture pulled up of it now, but Rivendell is way bigger than this, 6,000 pieces for 500. Barad-dûr is 460 with around like 5,500 pieces. So they're just all better, I have to say. But the price of this, um, it is $70 too expensive in my opinion. Um, and so I don't get it. There's no justifiable way for this to be that much. But I do want to say there is this gift with purchase, which is kind of nice, which we'll actually, I guess, go ahead and take a look at that. So if you pick up Bag End or the Shire, as they would call it, early enough on, then you get this gift with purchase, which it's not really that great. A lot of people are really hating on it, but I don't really care. It's a gift with purchase. I think people's gift with purchase standards are way too high, but I'm planning on buying Bag End day one and then selling this to offset the price. Hopefully, get the price back to about 200. Yeah, 270. What is that? It is at least $70 overpriced. Like I just don't get it. I mean, it's a nice set. They spread it out to make it look big, but it's really not that big. We see again, let's just get off of there. Um let's look at the inside again. It's not that big. There's not that much going on there. $70 overpriced at least. Again, even at 200 it would have been the worst price out of the three new Lord of the Rings that maybe they were thinking, oh, the other ones are so expensive that even though this one's a terrible price, maybe they'll just go ahead and get this one anyway because it's cheaper than the rest, even though it's a worse deal. Um, but hey, on the bright side, oh, never mind. I was about to say maybe on the bright side you could get this Easter Bunny surprise, but it's probably gonna be gone by then, this April 5th. But it will be sooner for Lego Insiders, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. I feel like I've rambled on for a while. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching the entire thing. I think it says great minifigures, great build. Side builds are questionable. But yeah, it really is good. But at least $70 overpriced. So I would recommend either buying this day one and selling the gift of purchase to try to offset it, or waiting for this to go on sale because this is for sure not worth 270. Or you like, again, maybe 200 max. Like, and even that would be fine. I would have been fine with that. But yeah, thank you for listening to my thoughts. Let me know if you guys are going to pick this up, if you think it's overpriced, if you think I was too hard on it. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next one.